If you are about to buy an off-plan apartment in São Paulo and a realtor or sales rep is texting you things like, you need to reserve today because another buyer is ready, not because the property is bad, not because off-plan is always a mistake, because when you buy off-plan in Brazil, you're not buying a finished unit, you're buying a promise. And the quality of that promise and your future apartment is defined by paperwork, timelines, and leverage, not by the decorated model apartment and a beautiful brochure. I am Luciano Oliveira, a Brazilian attorney also licensed in California and Texas. I'm here in São Paulo and I help foreign citizens buy real estate in Brazil with the kind of buyer-side protection that most people only realize they need after something goes wrong. Quick disclaimer, this is general information only, not legal advice and not tax advice. Let me give you the blunt version of the off-plan reality in São Paulo. Your realtor gets paid when you sign. Your problems start after that. That doesn't mean realtors are bad, it means incentives are not the same as representation. In Brazil, it is uncommon to have a true buyer's agent culture the way many foreigners expect. In most cases, the sales structure is seller-driven. The project is being sold by the developer's ecosystem, and the system is designed to close, not to protect you. So, if you are a foreign buyer and you think, I have a realtor so I'm covered, this video is your reality check. Now, I will walk you through the exact things you should confirm before you put your money down, especially if you are already committed emotionally to a specific building and you're being pressured to reserve. First, understand what the first payment really is. In São Paulo off-plan deals, the first money you send might be called a reservation, a proposal, a sign-out, a sinal, or a deposit. Whatever the label is, treat it like this. Money sent early is leverage lost early. Before you sign anything meaningful, you want to know who exactly is the selling entity. Is the developer directly or a special purpose company created for the project? What document are you signing and what does it legally commit you to? What penalties apply if you back out? Because many foreign buyers discover too late that the reservation was not a casual hold, it was the beginning of a contractual trap. Second, verify the project is properly registered and legally sellable. In Brazil, a series of plan development should have an incorporation registration at the land registry. In Portuguese, we call it Memorial de Incorporação. It is the project's legal backbone. It is what tells you the development exists as a legally registered plan, not just a marketing pitch. This is also where you confirm what you're actually buying. Unit description, fractional share, common areas, specifications, and the legal structure of the development. If the sales presentation and the registered documents don't match, the registered documents are what will control the dispute later. Third, check whether the project is under patrimônio de afetação. If you're buying off-plan, one of the smartest questions you can ask is whether the project is under patrimônio de afetação, which is a legal structure that can help ring-fence the project's assets and finances from the developer's other obligations. It's not magic and it doesn't eliminate risk, but it does improve the risk profile a lot. A foreign buyer should not be learning this concept after signing. You should be part of your decision before committing. Fourth, the clauses that surprises everyone, INCC. If you take only one practical lesson from this video, take this one. Most off-plan deals are not a fixed price in the way foreigners expect. During the construction phase, it is common for the payment plan to be adjusted by INCC, a construction cost index. In real life, that means the installments and the total paid can increase beyond what your brain captured when you first saw the price. Foreign buyers get angry about INCC because they feel tricked, but the truth is harsher. It is often written in the contract and people sign without understanding how it behaves over time. So the right move is not to hope INCC stays calm. The right move is to understand the index clause, stress test the payment plan, and confirm whether your personal budget still works if costs rise. Because if you can perform later, penalties can be serious. Fifth, delivery dates, delay rules, and what delivery even means. In São Paulo, delays are not rare. They are almost the norm. Your contract should clearly state the scheduled delivery date, any grace period, what triggers the end of construction obligations, and what your remedies are if the developer misses deadlines. And don't confuse the building looks done with the building is legally deliverable. There are steps like the occupancy permit and legal registration updates that matter for you to actually receive the unit, close it properly, and later sell or finance the property. This is one of the reasons Off-Plan is not a set it and forget it purchase. It's a long project with legal milestones. Sixth, the exit plan, because life changes. Foreign buyers often assume they will just resell, assign the contract, or cancel if something changes. In Brazil, exiting an off-plan contract can be expensive and slow. Some contracts allow assignment only under certain conditions, actually most of them. Some developers charge fees, some charge reasonable fees, others will charge hefty fees. Some buildings and projects have policies that make resale during construction harder than expected. And if you try to cancel, you may face a distrato scenario where you don't simply get your money back. Penalties can be significant and partial refunds can take time. If you're buying in São Paulo and you want flexibility, you need to build that into your decision from the beginning, not after the stress hits. Seventh, the foreigner reality nobody warns you about. If you're buying off a plan as a foreign citizen, you're not just buying a unit, you're buying a cross-border compliance timeline. You will need a CPF tax ID, and that's just the beginning of it. You may need a power of attorney if you sign it remotely. You're gonna need a bunch of personal documents legalized abroad, sworn translated in Brazil, and registered at the registry known as RTD, so your personal documents become valid in Brazil for the closing. You may need a power of attorney if you sign in remotely. You may need document formalities depending on how the deal is structured. And you need to think about money movement. Does the developer accept wire transfers from abroad? Assume they will not unless it is written in the contract that you can just go to your Chase bank account and make a wire transfer. Again, this is not the norm and you need to check in the contract. Brazil does not run on the same escrow habits that foreigners expect. There isn't a universal escrow environment protecting you by default. And foreign currency transfers don't behave like a neat scheduled wire where you control the exact release minute. If you're funding from abroad, timing matters and structure matters. The safest buyers coordinate payments through proper Brazilian banking channels and don't rely on improvisation. Bonus, the part that most São Paulo, specifically pressure and speed. São Paulo is a city of launches. Developers have sales stands, pre-launch lists, priority windows, and a marketing machine designed to make you feel like you're late. The urgency is not your friend. If the deal is good today, it will still be good tomorrow after you have verified the incorporation registration, reviewed the contract clauses, and confirmed the real payment mechanics. And if the deal disappears because you insisted on legal review, that may be exactly the outcome you should want. It may mean a development has issues that wouldn't pass a closer look. So here's the correct mindset. When you buy on plan, you actually buy a promise, making sure this promise meets your goals, not your emotions, not your vacation mood. Your goals. Goals like a predictable budget, a timeline that won't destroy your life plans, a contract that doesn't punish you for normal human change, and a path to ownership that ends with clean registration, not lingering uncertainty. And if you're already looking at an off-plan project in São Paulo, and you're feeling pressure to reserve, this is the moment to slow down. We provide legal support for foreign buyers purchasing off-plan and new development real estate in São Paulo, project verification, contract review and negotiation, risk mapping, and guidance on money movement and closing milestone. And if you like, we can also refer you to licensed realtors who specialize in São Paulo's new development market, so you get access and negotiation support without confusing sales support for legal protection. We have a fully staffed office in São Paulo. Schedule a consultation with our team. The first consultation is typically done remotely, so you can attend whether you are in São Paulo or not. If this was helpful, like the video, subscribe, and download our resource guide below. See you in our next video.